We're here with head coach Emilee Thiesse, and you're now in the preseason practices. The off-season is done. What's something that's standing out to you so far?
Yeah, we had a great preseason. I loved our players' energy, just love the just emotion and enjoyment that our team seems to be having right now. We made it a big focus to really get some depth back on our roster this year after kind of getting struck with some injury bug over the last couple of years. And, adding 7 freshmen to the team this year plus a redshirt into that group is a little overwhelming. But at the same time, those 8 players have completely just thrown themselves into things, and our upperclassmen and returners have done a great job of bringing them along and just keeping our team chemistry in a great position. And honestly, the one thing that stands out to me right now is just the energy that this team plays with. They just genuinely look like they're having fun playing basketball.
Now you mentioned the leadership. You bring back Claire Ziegler and Brittany Sherber. They both had successful seasons last year. What do you think they bring to the table as far as leadership and just production overall?
Obviously those are 2 great players. They had a great year last year. Brittany's had a great career throughout her entire time at MSU. And, obviously great players have a leadership role. Everybody looks to them to be playmakers. They have a composure about where the ball needs to be, and, they just do a great job with leadership. I think Sammy Delzato in that mix, without a doubt. She has had an amazing senior preseason. I mean, some of the steps that she's made as a player in the weight room and just developing her game in this offseason has been just unbelievable. So I think she's going to be another great leader for us. But I just think, again, another thing that really sets this team apart is that we don't have to rely on any 1 or 2 players to bring the production or any 1 or 2 players to bring the leadership. We really focused on that a lot last year, and we've got a lot of players that bring a lot of different leadership strengths, and that entire junior class has brought a lot to us as well.
So outside those 3 you mentioned, now you got a few practices under your belt. Is there anyone else on the radar that maybe people should be looking out for that might not know right now?
Again, when you have 18 players on the roster, and we're talking about 3 names that maybe have stuck out, there's a lot of players that have a chance to kind of be that under the radar, and that's our MO. That's how we set ourselves apart, is that we don't have 1, 2, or 3 players that you can capitalize on, that maybe a particular game or a particular half or anything that we could have players really step up and make a name for themselves. And so that's kind of the nice thing about this team right now is, 1 drill, somebody steps up, and the next drill somebody else does, and 1 practice somebody really, is standing out, and then the next day somebody else. So that's exciting for me as a coach. I'm glad that it's not just a couple players, but then, 1 or 2 behind the scenes that are sneaking in. It's everybody every day, and that's what helps us. So we love that depth and makes it hard for us, other teams to prepare for us.
So talk about the depth. How do you go forward carrying that in now on the competitive season at SIC? What kind of games stand on the schedule to you?
Man, we've got a tough, non-conference schedule. We open up with an exhibition game at Marquette, which will be a great challenge for us. I think going on the road and starting the season after not even being in the season for an entire month, and now all of a sudden we're playing at a D1 school. That'll be a good practice for us, a good chance for us to, get the wrinkles off. But opening up our regular season, at home against Missouri Western is going to be a huge challenge. That team is very, very good. They've got a ton of depth. They've got, players that have played at a very high level. And, it's going to be a chance for us to, really showcase what we're capable of and to use that depth and that leadership.
Sounds good. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.